Hi all, it's Jeremy here from the Physio Studio along with Toby. Toby's one of my physios, and we just want to go through some extra stretches for cyclists. So today we're going to look at the neck, because when we cycle, if we're in a bent over position with our backs flexed, we tend to overextend our necks, and this can lead us to symptoms like pins and needles into our hands or aches across our neck and shoulders, especially if we're gripping the handlebars a little bit too tight. Some people can feel even numbness come into the hands. So we're going to try and stretch out our neck to try and stop all this happening. So the first thing we're going to do is Toby's going to put his palm on his chest, finger on his chin, and he's going to think of drawing his head away from his finger. Okay, he's got a nice stretch up the back of his neck. Going to hold for about 5 seconds, and we're going to do maybe 5 to 10 repetitions of that. Okay? To take this a step further, he's going to sit tight back against the wall, hips against the wall, shoulders against the wall, head against the wall. So if you find when you put your finger on your chin and you're trying to draw it back, you just can't coordinate that, this is another way of doing it. So you're going to finger on the chin, but you're going to try and draw your head so you stretch back into the wall. Get a nice stretch up the back of his neck. To take it a stage further again, relax again, Toby. We're going to push our belly button in towards the wall so our lower back touches the wall. And keeping that touching the wall, then we try and tuck our chin in. This will give us the added benefit of not only stretching the neck, but also trying to stretch out that mid part of our back to take us out of that flex position and into a more neutral position in our mid back. Okay? So we're going to do what's called wall angels next. So again, hips, shoulders, head against the wall. We're going to bring our hands against the wall. Now not everybody will have the same flexibility as Toby. So what we find a lot of people is their elbows will be out of the wall. If they are, still work with what you can do, and you're sliding your hands up the wall to meet, and then come back down again. If you've got good flexibility in your shoulders, you keep your elbows against the wall. Work with it, and work whatever range you can do where there's no pain. If there's pain, you're pushing, you're aggravating something, just take it within your pain-free range. Okay? The last stretch we're going to do then, if you sit forward for me, Toby, is we're going to try and stretch these muscles here that hold quite a bit of tension. They're called your trapezius muscles. So we're going to bring one ear to his shoulder, and we're going to hold that for about 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, the opposite arm is going to reach, hand will reach into his opposite back pocket. So he's stretching that shoulder down as he holds the stretch from his ear to his shoulder. The third part, again, keeping his hand there, he's going to look down at his shoulder. That just stretches all the various different components of this part of your neck. Doing those stretches a few times a day, gently, will help to start loosening out your neck. And the more you can loosen out your neck, the less of those symptoms you're going to get in your hands when you cycle.